So Detlef moved into the apartment upstairs and started intertops, and it was just Detlef, right? And he did everything by the mail in those days. It was postal, and he advertised in the back of some dodgy newspaper or something in Germany, and he did everything by the telephone and by the post. And so I sort of helped him out a little bit. So I said, you know what, we can automate your business a little bit, right? Everything's on white cards. He was like, you know, writing everything down, throwing up and everything, writing everything down. And one thing you never did was call Detlef on a Sunday after the football results, because he was calculating everything by hand. He said, Arschloch, you know, calculating, bastard one, bastard. So you never called him on a Sunday. So I said, you know, we can automate this business. We can make this really good. So I got myself an IBM PC or something crappy like that, and started with DBase 3. I don't know, anybody remember these days?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you remember DBase 3 and Novell?
Yes.
And so gradually, as so gradually, as the business kind of got more and more demanding, we did more and more business. The IBM PC grew in power. As we eventually, we like network stuff. We did like foreign currency. We did all sorts of different stuff.
512K.
What? Sorry?
512K.
Yeah, and that's more than anybody would ever need, right? So over a period of time, everything moved on. So we every year we'd have a kind of summit, and Detlef would come. We'd sit down together and we'd say, okay, what are we going to do? What's our plans for the following year? And one time he came to Holland. I was living in Holland, and we went out on this boat, this fishing boat to the North Sea, and it's like we couldn't get off the boat, right? We had to stay together on this boat for the whole day. And he said, Ian, what are we going to do? We have done everything. Everything's automated, the optical mark reading machines and all this kind of stuff. What are we going to do? So I said, well, as you said, there's this thing called the internet, Detlef, right? Wouldn't it be great if the players themselves could actually decide what the football matches are, and what select the odds and place the bet themselves. This was a revolutionary idea at that time, right? Nobody's done this kind of stuff before. So he said, yeah, that sounds good, but I need to check your idea. I don't trust you. You being a technical idiot, I don't trust you. So he talked to this guy called Kurt Kren, who said to Detlef, yeah, there are 30 million people using the internet. Oh, we can get 30 million customers. That sounds good. Yeah, well, that sounds great. Great plan. So he said, so I gave up my nicely cushy job at Shell, which I did everything for Detlef part-time, right? So I started writing on it. So I realized one thing: we are going to ultimately have an unlimited amount of traffic. This could, we need to be scalable. And I'm using Novell and DBase 3. It's not particularly scalable, so we do everything client-server architecture. So I had to rewrite everything, the whole stuff. It took me a year to redo it, and then I said, okay, this is how we're going to do the web pages. It wasn't web when we first considered this. It was a system called Telnet, original. That was the way I conceived it at first, but ultimately it became the HTTP and the web HTML came out. It was like 20 commands of HTML. That was it. 20 tags, that was it. So yeah, we can do that, no problem. We were one of the first companies ever to create web pages matched to database at the back. It was all that great stuff. So you can imagine the amount of hair pulling and the stress that went involved with this. So we came online, and I remember it sort of taking this shit over and bringing all the accounts up to date. And in those days, Detlef could have the summer off because there's no football. So there's a window of opportunity where you can change everything over. So we came online, and as you said, we lost the very first bet. So 100% loss right at that point. Jesus Christ! But we had like dial-up modems and all the rest of it. And it came on very well, and we wrote one of the first affiliate systems as well, right? It was and actually because the whole business was tied to the cycle of the way Detlef's business worked, because it was on a bi-weekly cycle. He'd send out these coupons to customers. they would then come back the week following. But meanwhile, you had the previous week. So it's a bi-weekly cycle. So the affiliate system was matched to that, the whole thing. So Intertop's affiliate system was voted the #1 fastest paying affiliate system in the world. Why? Because it just happened that when they checked that, when they were doing a survey for that, it just happened that we'd gone onto that bi-weekly cycle and just hit the 1st of August or something and paid dead on that day, right? And they said they are the fastest, the best affiliate system in the world, these guys, you know? It was pure random, pure luck for us, right? To happen to do that, right? Can I agree with me, right? So yeah, it wasn't the fact that we did it on a monthly cycle and paid, or it was like weekly cycle. So yeah, they all went very well. Now I left the Intertops in 2003. I did a load of other shit. Some was good, some was bad. I did mahjong online. I did crazy, stupid live dealer bingo idea. And then I ended up in working for a wonderful company called Every Matrix in Manila. And I was there for like 5 years, and it was a really good company. I just want to tell you one joke. One of the things that happened to me while I was working for Every Matrix in Manila. There's a lot of Asians, right? A lot of Chinese guys there, and so these Asian guys, they call up the help desk, and he says, why you always have these currency exchange rate? You have problems with it. Why don't you keep the exchange rate the same as you always keep it? And the English guy says, well, it's like, you know, this exchange rate, so it changes. It's fluctuations, mate. Fluctuations. He said, well, you know what? You fluck you British too. That's exactly what happened. And thank you very much, guys.